What is going on, everyone? This is Wing02 again on YouTube, and I'm actually gonna do an Easter egg. It's something I actually thought of today, actually. So I'm probably gonna have to do episode 1 through 6 again. So this is for the new Gundam Build Divers series. Now I wanted to point out some Easter eggs. Actually, I thought it'd be a lot of fun just to spot them out. Again, I'm not perfect, so when I watch these episodes, there's some things I might miss. So if you happen to see anything else I don't see, please leave a comment below, and definitely I can definitely put on my next video or something. Or yeah, just it'd be cool for just to see your input. So as you can tell, this is episode 7. So far, what's going on? Basically, Riku has already made a team, and they want to be able to go into battle at 5v5. So they're actually having their first battle today. So let's go over some of the things I actually found in this. So the first things first, let's point this out. Alright, so as you can tell here, in one of the very first scenes when they sign up, I actually pointed this out, or I saw this. So obviously in Gundam Seed Destiny, there's Luna in the Zaft uniform. Well, not Luna, her, but then kind of uniform, as well as you can look here, we have from Orb, as well as the Zeon. It's pretty obvious because you see them everywhere. So I really like this series so far, just because I really like the idea where they're putting themselves into the Gundam Breaker world. So if you're familiar with that game, there's a lot of virtual reality actually, and again, you get a piloted Gundam, which is really cool. So I found these things. So there's obviously the Bear Guy Fest, which is pretty big, where they have the of course the Bear Guy is really big in this series, which is really cool. Obviously the Spring Gaian, so Gaian Festival is the theme of the Gaian. I think it's Gion actually. Sorry, my bad. So the Gion's pretty important in Build Fighters too. There was a huge mobile suit role with one of the characters with the Gyanko, of course, and what's his name? Suzaki, I think. Yeah. So those were pretty big. I noticed. This is really funny. I noticed too was the Dark History screening party. So it's funny how you say Dark History because a lot of people don't know what real Gundam is. The Gundam, what we all grew up with, actually, most of us, is like Gundam Wing. It's like, okay, it's not that bad, right? We're young. But when you actually look deeper into Gundam, what it really is, it's like a war. It's not just fun and games. People actually die, and, as the director Tomio, he tends to kill off a lot of characters. So if you look at some of the shows, you've watched Victory Gundam, even the original 0079, everyone dies. Like, people just die left and right. So I think that's when they pointed out the Dark History. It kind of gives you an idea of what it really was and how dark it was. Not like this, I guess like people think of these days like Gundam Build Fighters, like, oh, it's like kiddie stuff. But no, it's actually really dark stuff. Like Thunderbolt's a great example too. Very dark. So obviously with Salah's uniform, which is pretty cool, I've noticed. Bear Guy, it's pretty noticeable. Bear Guy's pretty popular in the show as well. So they might be in the same universe as Build Fighters too. Or, a couple, yeah. So, or maybe in an alternate universe, I don't know. This is something funny I've noticed actually. So if you look here, they spell the word force wrong. I don't know why they did that, but apparently Japanese are known for doing that. I could be totally wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what one of my friends told me. But anyways, just by looking here is really funny. So that was a funny thing to notice. Now that's really cool about this. I'm actually gonna go back to this later, but this is actually Ayami's SD mobile Gundam, which is it's actually, if you know the base of it, it's a unicorn, which is really cool. It's a ninja too, so I thought it was really cool. So I'll get back to that later, and I'll show you why it's pretty awesome. So obviously we found out Patrick. He's in every episode so far, so it's always fun to find him and stuff like that. I also found the AE, which is Anaheim Electronics, I believe, which is also pretty cool. This is what I want to get into. So the unicorn freaking transforms back into unicorn mode. So I think maybe when Ayami's in stealth mode, she turns back into unicorn. And then obviously when it needs to, she'll turn to destroy mode, which is really cool. We all know what this thing is from, right? And we all know what happens after that. That was probably the most beautiful scene of all Gundam history. So worth it for that episode. anyways, you can look below and watch that episode too on GundamInfo.com, so you can check that out. This is really cool too, what I've noticed. So as you know, just by looking at this, it's obviously it's an A and starts for Ace, you know, Gundam 00 Diver Ace Diver, of course. But the cool thing why I'm bringing this up actually is because when Gundam 00 Riser, when he actually turns into Trans Am mode, if you notice, there's the 00 that comes behind him. So I think that's kind of like what they're referencing to, which is cool. Obviously, again, uniform is probably different, so I'm not sure who these characters are, but they seem unique. So if you know who they are, please comment below. And obviously, this one is super important. I think this is cool because I think this is kind of an Easter egg for Alia. I'm not sure if you know who she was from Build Fighters, so she's actually Reggie's wife now. So I think that kind of maybe gives her like an Easter egg that, you know, maybe they're like the same person because they're both mysterious girls coming out of nowhere. So, you know, all of them, they tend to have like some kind of like purple flower. So I think that's the meaning behind it, which is cool. Now, this scene's really funny. So if you look at him, maybe he kind of looks like Kai from 0079. So maybe that's why he kind of messes up in the photo. So if you remember one of the episodes, he tries to take a photo with Matilda. He messes up because everyone gets in the group photo. So I'm not saying this exact same thing, but it's maybe that kind of idea where he takes the photo, but he messes up. He kind of has his eyes too, maybe. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I personally think. Yeah. So again, just wanted to see how you guys thought about that review. Easter egg, comment below if you have any, thoughts. If you know any other Easter eggs, please point them out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll definitely keep it at that. Yeah, so I just wanted to try it out, try something new. But if you want to like and subscribe below for more videos, please do. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.